Hello everyone, I'm Ashish Wabov and we are going to start with lab 4 today, which is generative AI with Vertex AI. So pretty cool, right? Let's start. So we already did prompt design, generative AI with Vertex AI, and we're gonna do a lot of more things. We're gonna understand the Palm API and everything. So let's go ahead and do this. Why not? So we just click I'm not a robot. It'll take some time. It might be the same for you. We'll just wait for a few minutes, and if when it starts, it might be 8 minutes for you, it might be more, but we'll just wait for it to give us space. You actually need to be patient with this. It actually takes some time. So if it takes time for you, don't leave it. See, it should be giving me the access now, but sometimes it takes time, and it's better that you wait rather than ending the lab, because it takes away your quota. So make sure you don't do that. See, I got it. So what I do is I'll open Google Cloud Console, I'll click next, then I'll copy the password, and then I'll go ahead with next, and then I'll click I understand, and then it should give me my console. But what we are going to do here is we're going to learn about Palm API and see that how LLMs actually work. So we did that with prompt design, but we are going to do it a step further, and we're going to get the theory so you can actually see what is happening, and then we're going to start with Vertex AI workbench. So I'll click I agree and continue. Vertex AI workbench. Alright, you can do that too, or the thing that I did in the previous video. So alright, so I can see user managed workbooks, and then when I'm here, it'll take some time to load, so don't worry. I'll click open Jupyter Lab. This was task 1. Okay, now task 2 is opening the generative AI folder. It might take time to load, but it'll open. So we'll just see. Till then, we'll just see what we need to do. We need to do it again. We need to run this folder. Alright, interesting thing, right? So but the only thing is that you should be able to understand what is happening. Other than that, it's like of no use. So if you don't understand why we are doing what we are doing, it would be it would not be like a good thing. Alright, so we are doing prompt engineering again, but we are actually including a lot of more things. So I don't think something is different in this notebook, but I'll do that again. So I'll click inside the notebook, I'll click Control A, and then I'll restart it, and then I'll wait for it to happen. It says idle, I'll click it again, then I'll wait for it to execute. Alright, so it has completed for me. It took me a minute or so, but now it has completed. So I'll go back and I'll click check my progress. So there's nothing to understand here because it's the same thing. We are again doing some prompt design. We're doing some best practices. So you can read through this. You can see what are the things that are different. I don't see anything different, so I'll not do that. And then we'll wait for this to run. Alright, so for me it has completed everything. It took me 30 seconds or so. So now what we'll do is we'll click this folder icon, and then we'll come to generative AI again, and then we'll come to language again, and then we'll come to getting started. Now there's one thing that you need to do. So you need to find this ai.md. I'll just check if it is, yeah, this is the one. So what I'll do is I'll click open with but markdown preview. So now it gives us a lot of the different instructions on how to use the AI Studio, generative AI Studio, and it's a very good thing that you should read. I'll be telling you this in our next to next video, but you should always read this and understand. So this is the thing that you need to do, and then I'll open the intro-palm api.ipynb, that is Python notebook. Alright, so now what we'll do is that we'll do the same thing again, and now we'll restart it, and then we'll wait for it to restart. Alright, and then we'll click run. We'll wait for it to run. It might take some time, and there are 39 cells to be executed, so we'll just wait. Alright, so it has executed for me, so I'll just go ahead and we'll click check my progress. So it would do what it needs to do, but we'll go back to the notebook, and actually see what is this, what is Palm API, and what it actually does. We'll just wait for it to happen. It would happen, don't worry. But now we'll come back here. Now, what is Palm API? So if you remember from our LLM video, we talked about Palm API as a like a model, like a generative model that Google created, where we can put in our thoughts, put in our code, and we can ask it to convert, or you can ask it to generate code. So it is actually a generative model. So think about it like this. So ChatGPT works on GPT model. This works on kind of Palm model. So I'm just giving you a very simplified version of this. There are a lot of things involved with Bard, which is actually built on a different model. But what we are doing in our notebooks and our Google Cloud, it is all working on Palm API. So this is what you should be know, right? So I'll be explaining some things that are here. You can always pause this video and understand what it does. But okay, so this is assessment completed, but we need to understand what it is, right? So we can see what is a large language model. We're giving it a generation model dot predict. So we are actually asking it to generate text for us, and we want a response dot text, and it is giving me something. So we're now giving a more complex thing to it, and we are giving it create a number list of 10 times and a lot of different commands, and now it's giving us that. So what we really need to understand here is that we are giving it some input, and it's giving us some output, and the thing that is working on the back end is Palm API. So Palm API is application programming interface, and it is actually API is actually a software helping another software to communicate with themselves. So this is how a software communicates with themselves. So right now what we did is we are giving it some things, and it is giving us some values, but now we need a top P and top K. So as we talked about, top P was probability and top K was number of samples. So we are giving a top P value as 0.0. We are creating an example of top P, that means marketing campaign jackets and a lot of things, and then we're giving a temperature, and top P value as top P value that we gave it 0.0, and now it is giving us a response. So you can really understand how this all works if you go through this, read through all of this. I could have done that, but it would make a video a lot more longer. So if you really want to understand what it does, just leave me a comment below, or I will put up a poll. I would actually explain these things in detail so you understand that. Because all these things are simple Python code. If you don't even understand Python, you can really understand, because it's simple English. Chat dot send message. So you obviously don't know what dot send message does, but you can understand English. So it would give you a lot of detail, not detail but an insight on how things work in AI. So this is what it does. You might not understand what the code does, but you might understand what English it is, because it's written in very simple language, and you can obviously use this to understand it more. But I would say that if you want a video from me explaining all of that, or AUH, I would say that you can just leave a comment in our video, or just tell us on our WhatsApp groups, and we would be helping you with that. All right, so I guess this is over, and we have completed our lab here, and then we'll just check if everything is completed, and then we'll end the lab. Make sure you complete everything on time, and then we click submit. And obviously, I would invite you to explore the cloud platform as much as you can, because if you do that, you would be provisioning yourself to a lot of things, and it would help you understand AI and Google Cloud, because at the end of the day, you are doing this to make your career, and if you do that, you would be helping yourself in a lot higher way. So this is what all the people at Google, all the people at different companies do. They work on the cloud, and this is what they use to generate text and generate a lot of other things for you. So thank you so much. Meet you in the next video.